It isn't a Wall Street ticker tape parade. It's not even the return of the Pope. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. Somewhere between 500,000 and 1 million people lining the streets of Philadelphia, from City Hall to JFK Stadium. For what? For what else? The world's champions. Nearly 500,000 people pouring into the streets for the celebration just to get a good spot. The Philly fans started lining up hours before parade time, and when the floats went by, those not in front saw only the backs of the rest of the cheering, jostling crowd. But the whole experience, I guarantee you, was well worth it. Just ask anybody who's 97 years old. World Series championships in Philadelphia don't happen every day. Good evening, everyone. I'm Maury Povich, along with Dick Sheeran. It was indeed quite a celebration. Philadelphia moved into center stage of world attention during the celebration of the Phillies' victory in the World Series. It's all because of those fabulous ball players. Channel 3's Bob Rucker rode with the winners in the parade today.
You showed your love, and you did it with class. In every space available, be it way up high or down below. The sound was thunderous. The crowd was deafening. But the meaning was clear. The world's very best lived right here. You know, during the 1980 season, so many things were said about Philadelphia fans being fickle. Well, one thing's for certain today. We do know how to forgive, forget, and throw a victory celebration. In Philadelphia, I'm Bob Rucker.
They began waiting at 9 a.m., 3 hours early. They knew who they were looking for. Show us Tug McGraw.
Hey!
That wasn't very high. That was, now let's give us a real tug. Okay, how about a Pete Rose? All right. You're going to do Steve Carlton. Go for it, please. You can do Bake McBride. Come on in. Dallas Green. Okay. Okay, a Dallas Green impersonation. Come on in. Show me Larry Boa. Larry Boa? We won! Oh, nobody told me we get one! We won! And we won the best! We won! We won! We won the best! We're the best! I'm the best shortstop. I have 11 hits. Okay, Larry, what do you think of the fans, pal? They are the best in the world!
For Royden Snyder, I'm Dick Standish.
In order to have imitations, you have to have heroes. And Dick and I watched the festivities from JFK Stadium today. 2.5 hours of live coverage we had here on Channel 3.
Indeed, more than 90,000 people poured into JFK. There were thousands more on the outside. They watched the parade wind its way into the big oval, the horseshoe-shaped stadium at the south end of Broad Street. They cheered when Mayor Green and Governor Thornburg congratulated the Phillies, and after that, the big moment came when the players got up and delivered a speech, including Larry Boa, Mike Schmidt, and the rest of them. Now, the big bang of the Broad Street celebration is over, and what a mess it left. But it didn't take long for the streets department to clean it up. Man, I
feel it's a shot in the arm for the city and all the fans.
Most of the cleanup crew seem to be quite good-natured about the monstrous job, despite the fact that the city called in only a few extra workers in overtime, which meant the regular crews did most of the work. Nathaniel Lee, a 30-year Phillies fan, was extra enthused.
There is no business like show business like no business like no.
Finally, it was over. All over but the cheering, as they say, and host Callis ended it all with a word of thanks to the fans of Philadelphia.
Please leave in orderly fashion. God bless you. We'll see you in 1981. Thanks a lot.
What a day. Police spokesman Don Fair capped the entire festive occasion by saying Philadelphia conducted itself with class. There were no big problems. And to paraphrase the words of the song, What a swell party it was.
It was an incredible celebration. Great to be there, and there's a lot more to the Phillies story. We'll have it for you in just a moment. Philadelphia waited almost 100 years to hold, started with the final out of the ball game. It was a storybook finish. Bases loaded, 2 out, a full count, and once again, Tug McGraw pulled it out with a series-winning strikeout and a thrill-filled Veterans Stadium. And as the players and fans went wild with excitement, the victory celebration spilled out into the city and throughout the Delaware Valley. In Ridley Park, Delaware County, it only took a matter of seconds for fans to hit the streets after the World Series win. And they were armed with their allegiance, banners and signs, homemade, but right up there with the best of them.
Is that a sheet? Yeah.
It's a sheet off of a bed?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it, from the house? Does your mother know?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Right over there.
Ah, come here. Come on, How do you feel about having your sheet up here?
I don't care what they take. As long as we win, that's all I care.
Okay, Phillies World Series. You got it. And like everywhere that was anywhere that counted, triumphant trumpets blared, guitar strings strummed, and car horns pumped. It was a cross between a victory parade and a wedding, a celebration announcing the common bond of all Phillies fans, a World Series win after a 65-year wait. So why not? But can you believe in all of this happiness for the Phillies? I found a Kansas City fan hiding in the back. Are you from this area?
Sure I am.
And you're still rooting for Kansas City?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I don't know how to break this to you, but they lost, and I'm glad.
I lost $50 and I'm sad.
Good. Boo for you and your Kansas City fans. But Phillies fans weren't upset. One could only feel sorry for this poor misguided soul. See you after the Super Bowl. Sheila Allen, Channel 10 News.
Most of the Phillies fans who are down at JFK should be home by now, but let's check in with Walt.
They have hung on all the way to a world championship. The comeback kids have come all the way home. The Phils win the series 4-2. How sweet it is. Now, when Tugger got that final out, celebrations broke out all over the place, but the biggest celebration was right in the clubhouse. And it was extra sweet because nothing had come easy this year. Not the division title, not the pennant, and not the world championship. In that happy Phillies clubhouse, Gary Maddox summed it all up when he talked about the philosophy Dallas Green had preached all year long.
It was just a tremendous team effort. Guys had off years, but we pulled together as a team, and we were able to pull it off. And nobody thought we'd be able to. We just were able to do it.
You know, I didn't have too many blonde hairs left. Now they're all gray. And the thing is, they're starting to fall out. Every game is a 1 or 2 run game. You know, every pitch meant something. There was no time anybody could relax. And
I didn't pitch well. That's all there is to it. But I'm not ashamed of my effort. I'm not ashamed of anything. We had a hell of a year, and we played a hell of a good series, and a damn good team won. And that's all I can say.
I know I had a chance to do it myself 2 days in a row, and I did.
Larry, for a kid who grew up living with baseball all his life, how are you feeling right now?
This is the greatest feeling in the world, to say that we are the best baseball team right now. We won it all.
You got it. Years since that guy there, Connie Mack, had brought home a championship with the A's. This was action with Connie Mack in 1940, as he always managed in the suit, coat, and tie, 10 years after the A's had won their last of 5 world championships in 1930. For so long, Connie Mack was synonymous with Philadelphia baseball. Then came the whiz kids, now the comeback kids in the great history of baseball in the city of brotherly love. So Dallas Green has joined the immortal Connie Mack in the annals of Philadelphia greatness. And when I come back at 6, we'll be back in the clubhouse for more post-game interviews. We'll have highlights of all 6 World Series games, plus a look at World Series past and present as World Series fever continues.
God bless you, young man. So proud. I'm so proud. God almighty.
Mr. Man has signed me. Al, could you imagine that? What foresight to draft me in the 6th round out of Stafford. And you know what
and
the first
third baseman.
He came over to my house. We were going to talk about signing. You know what I had to ask him? I said,
said, Eddie, did you draft me as a pitcher or third baseman? He said, third baseman. I said, I'll sign anything because I didn't want to pitch anymore.
God bless you, Bob. God bless you, young man.
And Mike Schmidt, the most valuable player, talks about the key hits, his home runs. Maddox's 15th inning hit against the Cubs. Remember that? And the dramatic Del Unser pinch hit doubles that really kind of won it for everybody.
Now, you can talk about all the heart and character you want, but if we don't get those hits, we don't have any of that stuff, right? And we got those hits, and now we got all that character and all that heart, and we're the world champions. So those are the keys.
What are the impressions of the Kansas City?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you got it all. You're like Pete. You remember every base hit you ever got.
Yeah, but you guys would never say that about me, right?
Mike,
I mean, I don't mean to labor.
No, we only remember the home run.
Rose tied, but did not break Stan the Man's record. The Phillies won, but baseball might have a losing season if there's a strike. First, the good news on the diamond, then the 23-page brief from the courtroom. Pick it up here. This is Pete Rose, and this is bottom of the first, and there it is again, in case you missed it the first 3 or 4 times, this solid single out to center field, and that ties the record, 3,630. Needs one more to break it, become third on the all-time hit list. Boom! Jose Cruz solo shot off Carlton, top of the 4th inning, is 11th. The Astros lead 1-0. Then they go up by a Matthews with his double here off the fence. Vukovic, who got on base, came around to score, and that put the Phillies on the board. Run was charged to Ryan. He left the game with back spasms and probably a little brain damage, too, as the Phillies were pecking away. Dick Davis up here. Solid single for Richard. Matthews comes in to score, and it's 4-2. Phillies with 2 outs, pecking away. Gary Lee Maddox, boom, goodbye. 3-run shot to left wins the game. Gary Lee's third of the year. Schmitty and Avilas come around 5-4. All 5 runs coming with 2 out. And there it is, strike 3, you're out. Tug McGraw, looked like the World Series. Way to go, Tugger. Carlton gets the win. He's 9-1. McGraw gets the save. And look at that shot, the 2 heroes from tonight. On this.
That was one hell of a game for us to win tonight, especially in front of that big crowd. And, no one Ryan leaving the game 4-0. But it's another typical Houston Astro Philadelphia Philly game, and run us to the playoffs, I think.
Thank you, Pete Rose, for setting up this comeback. 8th inning. Dick Davis, one of the hits.
From Cleveland after the All-Star game, since Pete didn't want to risk missing a flight because of the air traffic controller strike. He said all he wanted to do was not get lost on the road home, but he still managed a wrong turn at Erie, Pennsylvania. Then he talked about tennis. I mean, the guy has nerves of steel or ice water running through his veins. Records, they say, are made to be broken. This man, Pete Rose, was made to break them. Take a look here. First time at bat, bottom of the 1st inning. Gary Templeton fields the ball, but not cleanly. Error on the shortstop. No, not a hit. And Rose on base, but an error. Bottom of the 3rd, hits it back to the pitcher, Bob Forsch, nice grab, and Rose is retired. Bottom of the 5th inning, watch this one, Rose at bat, line shot, Oberfeld, second sacker comes up with a play, gets him out, and now it all leads up to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Mark Littell, there it goes, line shot, left field, a solid, clean base hit, number 3,631, breaks Stan the Man's all-time National League hit. Pete Rose right there did it tonight. Now, of course, Pete and the Phillies have got to have mixed emotions.